No one was allowed to look at her. That was the first rule. The second rule was simpler. No one survived getting close. And the third rule? No one talked about what she really was. The Black Vault. Deep beneath the surface of Titan Station, an orbital prison designed for the worst threats in known space, there existed a sector no one volunteered to guard. Level Black. The Black Vault. It wasn't just another containment wing. It was where the galaxy sent things it didn't understand. Creatures. Entities. Prisoners that didn't belong anywhere else. And at the very center of it was Cell 0. No name. No classification. Just a single designation. Subject, unknown. Threat level, absolute. Most guards lasted less than a week before requesting transfer. Some didn't last that long. Because even without seeing her, you could feel her. The rumors. They say she speaks inside your head. They say she can break you without touching you. They say she's not even alive. Every shift, every corridor, every hushed conversation circled back to the same thing. The prisoner in Cell 0. No one agreed on what she was. Only that she was dangerous. And that the people who interacted with her changed. Some became paranoid. Some violent. Some simply shut down. And then there were the ones who didn't come back at all. Officially, those were containment incidents. Unofficially, everyone knew better. The new assignment. I wasn't supposed to be there. My name is Elias Varn. Former combat medic. Recently reassigned to Titan Station after an incident no one wanted to talk about. I had seen things. War does that. But nothing in my past prepared me for Level Black. Temporary assignment, they said. Low interaction, they said. Just monitor vitals. Run diagnostics. Don't engage. Don't look. Don't think. That was the briefing. That was the rule. And like everyone else, I broke it. First encounter. The corridor leading to Cell 0 was silent. Not quiet. Silent. Like sound itself didn't belong there. The air felt heavier. Each step echoed too long. Too loud. The guards didn't speak. Didn't look at each other. Didn't even breathe normally. When we reached the observation chamber, the lead officer stopped. You don't look directly at her, he said. Understood. You don't respond if she speaks. Understood. You don't think about her. I frowned. That's not exactly something you can control. He didn't smile. Try. The door opened, and I saw her. The prisoner. She wasn't what I expected. No monstrous form. No terrifying presence. She looked fragile. Humanoid. Seated in the center of a containment field that shimmered faintly with blue energy. Her hair, if it was hair, flowed like liquid silver. Her skin almost translucent, faint patterns moving beneath it like shifting constellations. Her eyes were closed. And yet, the moment I stepped into the room, they opened, and everything changed. The mind touch. It wasn't a voice. It wasn't a sound. It was a presence. A sudden awareness pressing gently against my thoughts. Not invasive. Not aggressive. Just there. You are new. I froze. The guards stiffened. One of them whispered, "Don't respond." But I couldn't look away. Her eyes locked onto mine. They weren't threatening. They weren't cold. They were curious. You hear me? She said. I swallowed. Yes. The guards cursed under their breath. The fear was wrong. Nothing happened. No alarms. No violent reaction. No psychic attack. She simply watched me. They told you not to speak. Yes. And yet you do. I shrugged slightly. Guess I'm bad at following rules. A flicker of something passed through her expression. Not anger. Not confusion. Something softer. You are not afraid. That surprised me. I am. No, she said. You are cautious. Not afraid. I hesitated. Maybe I've seen worse. That made her pause. For the first time. The prisoner seemed uncertain. The truth about her. Over the next few days I kept getting assigned to Cell 0. No one wanted the job. Which made me the perfect candidate. And every time I entered, she spoke. Not out loud. But directly into my mind. Her name was Lyra. Or at least that was the closest translation. She wasn't a weapon. She wasn't a monster. She was alone. They fear what they do not understand, she said once. Yeah, I replied. Humans are good at that. They are not the only ones. That made me pause. You're not human. No. Then what are you? She looked away slightly. I do not know anymore. The hidden horror. It took time. Trust wasn't something that came easily in a place like Titan Station. But eventually, she showed me. Not through words. Through memories. Fragments of her past. Her species wasn't violent. They were connected. Linked through shared consciousness. No secrets. No lies. No isolation. Until something changed. A war. An attack. An experiment. She didn't remember clearly. Only that something had been done to her. Something that broke the connection. Something that made her different. Different how? I asked. Her eyes met mine. Dangerous. What she could do. The incident reports weren't lies. She could affect minds. Influence thoughts. Break people. But not intentionally. It was uncontrolled. Like a storm she couldn't stop. When someone approached her with fear, it amplified. When someone approached her with anger, it echoed. And when someone approached her with hatred, it consumed them. They think I am the cause, she said quietly. But I only reflect what is already there. That hit harder than anything else. Because it meant one thing. She wasn't the monster. They were. The choice. I should have reported it. Should have told command. Should have walked away. But I didn't. Because every time I looked at her, I didn't see a threat. I saw someone who had been locked away. For being different. For being broken. For being misunderstood. You should not come here, she said one day. Why? They will realize. Let them. They will remove you. I smiled slightly. They've tried worse. That made her do something unexpected. She smiled back. The discovery. It didn't last. Nothing ever does. One day the alarms went off. Level black lockdown. Emergency containment breach. Not her. Something else. A prisoner from another cell. Violent. Unstable. And heading straight for cell 0. Because even among monsters, there are things they fear. The confrontation. The doors failed. The containment field flickered. And suddenly, the most dangerous being in the prison was no longer contained. The creature entered first. Massive. Unstable. Driven by pure instinct. It lunged toward her. And for the first time, I saw her afraid. The ending. Everything slowed. The guards were gone. The alarms distant. It was just me. And the thing coming to kill her. You must leave, she said urgently. No. You cannot stop it. Maybe not. Then why stay? I looked at her. And gave the only answer that mattered. Because no one else did. The creature charged. And in that moment, something changed. Not in her. In me. I stepped forward. Not with a weapon. Not with force. But with something else. Calm. Steady. Unafraid. The creature hesitated. Just for a second. And that was enough. Because Lyra reached out. Not violently. Not aggressively. But gently. Her mind touched mine. Then expanded. And for the first time, she wasn't alone. I didn't fight it. Didn't resist. I let her in. And what she felt wasn't fear. Wasn't anger. Wasn't hatred. It was hope. The storm inside her stilled. The chaos quieted. And when her power surged outward, it didn't destroy. It calmed. The creature stopped. Confused. Disoriented. Then slowly, it backed away. The alarms faded. The danger passed. And in the silence that followed, Lyra looked at me. Different. Stronger. You changed it, she whispered. No, I said. We did. Moments later, the guards stormed in. Weapons raised. Ready to contain. To suppress. To eliminate. But they stopped. Because the most dangerous prisoner in the galaxy was standing calmly. Peacefully. Free from the chaos that once defined her. And beside her was a human who refused to look away. Final resolution. Lyra was never transferred again. Not to another cell. Not to another system. Instead, they studied her. Carefully. Respectfully. Because now they understood. She wasn't a weapon. She was a mirror. And for the first time, the galaxy had to face what it truly was. As for me, I stayed. Not as a guard. Not as a handler. But as something else. A connection. A reminder that sometimes the most dangerous thing in the universe isn't the unknown. It's what we choose to see in it. And sometimes, all it takes to change everything is one person who refuses to look away. End of story.